clicking on Minesweeper, I would be able to play it and so on. Okay, so I could close it, whatever I could do. Okay, as you see, when as soon as I closed it, the whole software share was just closed as well. Let's go to client 2, and we're able to share our desktop as well. It's the same for request control and so on, and you could take control over the person's desktop. So I would give the allow control. You could give allow control, or you depending on yourself. This time I just want to show you what's going on. Allow control. Here I'm just choosing this just specifically right now, so automatically it would accept any requests to this computer. Let's go back on client 1. Okay, here as you see, this is Jane's desktop. I'm still not able because I have to go to control and request control, so I have control over her computer right now. Let's move the slider down here. Okay, one day it would load up. Actually, it's not a problem here. The reason, since I have like 3 operating systems running on the computer right now, that's the reason it's a little bit slow. But as you see here, I have access to her computer here, and here these are the icons on her desktop, and these are the icons on my desktop, and so on. And I would be able to do anything I want to, go explore her drives and so on. Okay, so let's close this. Let's go back to client 2, and okay, let's go to the share, and simply you could just go to the share and share it here. Okay, and share and close, and finally let's end the call. Okay, so one last thing that is left is you're able to host a meeting, meaning that you would be able to create a meeting and allow everybody join this meeting, and you would be the only person to allow calls, or allow incoming calls, and allow people to use and share the programs and so on. What you have to do, it's normally this meeting option is actually for more than 2 people connecting to each other. Go to call, host a meeting, and here you give the meeting name, for instance, Impart Labs meeting, and you give it a password, word. Okay, requires security for this meeting. When you click this requires security for this meeting, the person when wants to connect to you has to check a security button, security box actually. I will show you where you have to do that. The only feature that is actually turned on when you use security, your connection would be encrypted, and it would be much more secure than a normal connection. So let's just click this. Only you can accept incoming calls, only you can place outgoing calls. Depending on yourself, you could just simply choose the programs or the tools that you would be sharing within the meeting, sharing, whiteboard, file transfer, chat. This depends on you as well, and click OK. Okay, so let's go back to client 1 and see if we could join the meeting. Okay, client 1, and here. Okay, so one thing that I have to say is that when you want to join the meeting, since we click the secure checkbox, when I type the IP address of the meeting, the person that hosting the meeting here, and I simply click place a call, what it would say is that the person you called only accepts SecureNet meeting calls. So what we have to do is to click OK, come to call, place a new call here, type the same IP address that we have here, 194.225.33.20, and require security for this call, data only, and click this and click call, and it would be actually connection. Okay, the password, and click OK, password again. Okay, I think we're connected. Let's go back to client 2. Okay, here is the incoming call from Dave, and you want to accept it, ignore it, or whatever. Let's click accept. And here, as you see, Dave and Jane are connected to each other. Any other person wants to connect simply has to give the password, enter the IP address of the host. It would actually be given permission or rejected permission to access this meeting. Okay, so let's end this call as well. Let's go to client 1. Well, let's see what else we've got left. Oh, okay. One thing that is left is that about the security. As you saw, only it's not only in the meeting that we could actually make secure calls. Actually, when two users are connecting to each other, we could secure that connection as well. Simply, we go to, if I'm not mistaken, we go to Tools, Options here, and at the Security tab here, we click it. I prefer to receive secure incoming calls, accept only secure calls when I'm not in a meeting, and so on. Okay, so outgoing calls, I prefer to make a secure outgoing calls, and you could check this as well. And if you got certificates, you just simply use the certificate below and just choose it, and so on. Okay, so the other tabs here are simple and straightforward. The audio and video, we're not going to go through these. The general is the information that you just entered within the wizard that we were configuring. Okay, so let's click cancel here, and actually I've created a table, the list of protocols that NetMeeting is using and the specific ports that are related to these protocols, so that NetMeeting could create the connections. The two of the most important ports here are 1503 and 1720. Here, as you see, here's 1503 and 1720. They are both TCP ports, and the first one, 1503, is concerned with data conferencing, where you're sending anything that includes data, such as video conferencing, chat, sharing your desktop, sharing your applications, anything that is concerned with data and packets. Data, not packets. And 1720 is actually the call setup, which is the port that the H323 call setup protocol uses. H323 actually is a protocol, actually not a protocol, a stack of protocols that enables audio and video to flow over packet-based networks such as TCP/IP networks, such as the internet, and so on. Well, let's not go through these, but what I wanted to say is that if you're connecting to the internet through a router, make sure that you have forwarded the two ports, 1503 and 1720 TCP ports, to the local IP address of your computer. If you don't know how to do that, you're not familiar how to do this, simply just go to the address down below, improtlabs.blogspot.com, search for port forwarding, and it would give you another step-by-step tutorial how to forward your ports. And finally, you have to enter the IP address of your router in NetMeeting as well. So let's go to NetMeeting. Here it's open. To the Tools tab, to the Options, and here in the Advanced Calling button here, there's option here, use a gateway to call telephones and video conferencing systems. Simply click it and enter the IP address of your router here and click OK. Only if you're using a router. If it's a modem, don't even worry about this. Cancel, and finish. I think there's nothing else much left to say. I hope that you enjoyed the video. If you're satisfied with this video, just leave a comment, so you could actually get more videos, and you could just keep an eye on the vlog for more videos and so on. Okay, thank you for watching.